The world of startups is one of volatility and never-ending excitement. The images of college-age kids tied to their laptops for days on end, living off of ramen noodles and caffeine while vying to become the next Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk come to mind. While this rapidly changing scene is always one to keep an eye on, 2021 will be an especially interesting time given the changes we've watched take place in our world over the past year. I hope you enjoy these 10 great startups of 2021. Number 1. Stripe. Contactless payment is a trend coming into the mainstream, while some of the practices adopted to combat the coronavirus pandemic will be happily tossed out once no longer necessary. Paying for something with your mobile device will not be one of them. Many users of this technology didn't know what they were missing until it became necessary to pay someone without being in their physical proximity. Now that a large number of people have dipped their toes in this water, there will be no going back. Stripe, which specializes in enabling companies to handle mobile payments on their websites and apps without redirecting elsewhere, is going to be one to watch. With a loyal grassroots customer base and a valuation of $35 billion already, Stripe will likely go public in the near future. Number 2. Privacy.com. While we're on the subject of mobile payments, we should mention Privacy.com. All the transactions taking place online these days surely makes that space a breeding ground for fraud. But Privacy.com allows online shoppers to make purchases without sharing their actual information. It does this by creating virtual and disposable card numbers that are tied to a specific vendor and keep the personal info on the buyer hidden. So if a fraudster were to lift the number, it would essentially be useless.
With Privacy, you can take back control of how and where you spend by instantly creating virtual cards that protect your financial information online. Using your physical card number everywhere online leaves you vulnerable. One security breach can expose your information to fraudsters, leading to unauthorized or fraudulent purchases. When you use a Privacy card, you are protected. In just a few clicks, you can generate a unique card number for every place you shop at. Our cards also lock to the first merchant they are used with, so if your card number is ever compromised, it can't be used elsewhere online.
Number 3. Robinhood. Inspired by the Occupy Wall Street movement, the founders of Robinhood aim to democratize investing, bringing it to the hand of the common everyday person. For its ease of use and low cost of operation, Robinhood has been handsomely rewarded with over 13 million users, making it the largest broker in the world today. With hopes of the end of the pandemic and economic recovery, many see now as a great time to get into investing. As basically the easiest way to invest, Robinhood stands to see explosive growth from these trends in 2021. Number 4. Inc. As the online space becomes increasingly crowded, anyone vying for attention is going to need to optimize their search engine visibility. The tech startup Inc. helps companies and individuals do just that. Inc. software gives users a list of tasks to complete to optimize their search engine results, along with an estimated rank of where you will end up on the search engine results based on your completion of each task. Pretty cool if you ask me. Now, take a second and optimize your search engine results by hitting the like button on this video. Look, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but give that thumbs up a click anyway, okay? Number 5. Canva. Starting in Australia to help edit yearbooks and ending up worth $6 billion and giving Adobe Photoshop a run for their money, Canva is an online design tool that is quickly growing in popularity and profitability. The founders of Canva raised $60 million in funding over the summer of 2020, and with heavy hitters like Guy Kawasaki coming on board, it seems that Canva is in for the long haul. Number 6. Flipkart. India's version of Amazon, Flipkart, was already crushing it pre-pandemic. Thanks to the drastic increase in e-commerce in the previous year, the once just an online bookstore is aiming at an IPO offering soon with a valuation between 45 and 50 billion.
Flipkart began as an online bookstore. In its first full year of business, it delivered nearly 3,500 shipments of books. Now its website has 10 million page visits a day and sells more than 80 different categories of goods, which includes everything from food processors to yoga mats.
Number 7. Chime. When was the last loans and all the other services banks typically offer, making them a definite trendsetter for 2021. Number 8. Coursera. Coursera was started a few years ago by a couple of professors wanting to teach students online. At the time, this idea was just starting to take hold as the technology for online courses was coming into maturity, although the interest in online education was limited. Fast forward to the current day when just about everyone is engaged in some form of online education, and Coursera is rocketing to the top of this field. Things were going well before the pandemic, but the massive increase in demand as well as the ability to scale up essentially without limits has Coursera sitting pretty. Offerings include a wide range of courses on different subjects with certificates and even degrees available. This education is also at a much lower cost than a traditional face-to-face university, since much of the overhead cost of being an on-campus student has been eliminated. In 2017, Coursera hired Jeff Maggioncalda as CEO, who recently took the company Financial Engines public. It wouldn't be surprising to see him do the same with Coursera. So definitely keep an eye on this one.
Coursera has millions of students and thousands of courses, from public health to computer science, from social science to math and logic. They even have a course on chicken behavior and welfare.
Number 9. Qualcomm. With 5G on the rise, companies involved in bringing this technology to more and more people stand to make a fortune. This is exactly what Qualcomm just signed an agreement with Samsung to do. With big growth on the horizon, Qualcomm is going to be fun to watch in 2021. Number 10. UiPath. Repetitive, tedious, drudgery. All the things we love about our work, right? Of course not. That's why the technology known as Robotic Process Automation, or RPA, exists. The main goal of RPA is to take any process that doesn't require much human thought and automate it to free up time and energy that humans were spending on repetitive tasks, and allow that to be directed toward other creative tasks where people can be more effective and have more fun. UiPath is a leader and an innovator in this space. They have made strides toward making this seemingly intimidating tool accessible to the normal person who isn't necessarily knee-deep in the latest tech tools. At a valuation of $10 billion already, UiPath is only going to have more success as the popularity of this technology proliferates.
So they sent in reinforcements, and they called it Robotic Process Automation, to clear a 160-day registration backlog in a single day, to provide more accurate test results in 1/3 the time, to reduce the screening time of healthcare workers to 4 hours from 5 days, to cut the processing time of an application from 45 minutes to 5 minutes, to accelerate the distribution of loans to help keep businesses alive. This isn't just about the coronavirus. It's about helping to solve the greatest challenges in medicine, business, life, faster, more efficiently.
That's all for today. There is no doubt these startups will have an exciting year in 2021. Leave your predictions for these and your other favorite startups in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you back here soon with another great video.